Well, it was a great football game, and I'm really disappointed for our kids. I thought they great effort and kept battling the whole time. Played a very, very good football team with some great players, but a different kind of game in the sense that some of the traditional things of time of possession, plays, all that, big plays today on their part kind of won out. But really proud of our guys and the way they played. Questions?
Bill, what makes Denard Robinson so unstoppable?
He's just a great athlete. He's one of those guys just different. I mean, he's got speed, he's got awareness, he's got instincts, and he's a very, very good passer as well. You know, you can see it on film, getting ready for him, but on the field you sense the same thing. He's just, some athletes are just different. They're just, they have not only talent, but competitiveness and a sense of how to play the game. He's one of those guys. I think we got some too, though.
Bill, the way Ben plays.
Yes, I think he's one of those guys too. Stand back there and throw it that many times and against a good Michigan team. He put it on the money. He made some huge plays in some critical situations, and I thought, I don't want to single a lot of guys out, but obviously Tandon and DeMarlo were pretty good too. So.
Coach, obviously a disappointing loss, but what are the positive aspects that you can take out of this game moving forward?
Well, I think first and foremost, what you ask your kids to do is give great effort from start to finish. They gave great effort, and you ask them to prepare throughout the week for a game, and they did that. So I couldn't be prouder of them, and we'll learn from the mistakes and the plays we didn't make, and we'll get ready to go play this Saturday. A lot of football left. There's a lot of football left in this year.
Does it ever cross your mind when you score at the end down there to go for two?
No, we felt pretty good at how we were playing. If we could get a stop, that we would have taken our chances in overtime because we were moving the ball pretty well.
Coach, have you ever been a part of a game that just goes so toe-to-toe? There was 1,142 total yards of offense between you guys. Yeah,
it was just one of those games. It was. I hope the fans enjoyed it because it certainly had a lot of offense, and they tend to like offense. So. But there was great effort, really, on both teams' part, and I thought it was a heck of a football game.
Hey,
and because it was a game that didn't have a lot of turnovers, it didn't have mistakes in the kicking game, it didn't have a lot of penalties. It was a pretty well played game for two teams going at it like that. I'm sorry.
Bill, I thought that your receivers downfield did a great job of blocking after the pass was caught. Talk a little bit about how well that went today.
I just think they played hard. I thought they ran hard after the catch. I think we got a lot of extra first downs with effort after the catch. And I think, Matt Canada, our coordinator, and the offensive staff did a great job putting together a plan that, was effective, really throughout the day. We got stopped a couple times, and looking back at it, we needed to score a little bit more. But it was, there's so many plays in a game like that right now. It all kind of runs together.
Well, how tough is it going to be to rebuild the confidence of the defense, especially with Ohio State coming in?
We'll go back to work tomorrow as a staff, and Monday with the team. We'll be fine. There's a bunch of kids. It's a team win, a team loss, and we're going to build from it. We're going to be a pretty good football team.
How do you assess the play of those guys? And obviously they had a couple big stops there, but they also gave up some big plays today.
We're going to get better as a football team, and I was really proud of their effort. And offense and defense, the kicking game, we all did that together. And we're going to get better and go play Ohio State.
When Doss got hurt there, was that the groin again?
No, he just cramped up. Okay. It's amazing more guys didn't cramp up, really, with the number of plays going on out there. That's why he was able to come back in. I think we got through it pretty healthy, to tell you the truth. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, you talk about that, on the goal line there at the end of the first half, basically, that obviously that touchdown really gets you back.
Yeah, it did. That was one of those, probably, going back to your question, Terry, do you kick a field goal there and get a touchdown? And it was just one of those games where you felt like we were going to need as many points as we could get, because there were some other situations where we were on that bubble, whether to possibly kick a field goal or go for it, and we just felt like we needed points. Plus, the way we were moving the ball and the confidence our offense had, we just felt like it was giving us our best chance.
I guess, was there a point where you decided if it's fourth and you have a chance, you pretty much got to go for it?
Yeah. I think going into the game, we felt like we were going to need points. So it was just, something that you plan throughout the week, really.
Coach, does a game like this against Denard Robinson help you better prepare for Terrell Pryor next weekend?
That fires me up. You know, I mean, he's a great player too, but he's different. I mean, you know, you're talking about two honestly great football players, but they are very different. And their offenses are different too, what they do. So it'll be another challenge next week.
Coach, can you talk about converting on 3rd and 4th downs?
I thought our guys did a great job there, and really we've been good the last 3 weeks, and we knew that was going to be important. The other thing we knew was going to be important, that we were going to have to score touchdowns in the red zone, and that was another reason why going for it rather than field goals, because we just felt that was part of the game plan, that we were going to need to score and score in the red zone. So we did a good job there. The other thing is we talked about winning the turnover margin, and it really became a non-factor. Other than there were 2 huge turnovers that kind of washed themselves out, them going in and us going in. So those were kind of
If you had a Heisman vote?
Yeah, Ben Chappell, Tandon Doss, DeMarlo Belcher, James Brewer, Tyler Replogle. He's a great player, Bob. I mean, there's no question. I don't get into that because we're going to play a great one next week and a great one the week after that and the week after that. But he's obviously a great football player. You don't do that 4 weeks in a row, or what's that, 5 weeks in a row for him. I mean, he's a great player.
Talk a little bit about the way the offensive line protected Ben with 64 drops.
Yeah, especially when Ben isn't a runner, but he does a good job of getting rid of it, and I thought the O-line played. I thought everybody played really hard. I'm going to break down the tape, and we're going to see mistakes, in a football game like that. But that's why I go back. I'm proud of their effort and the way they battled. And when things didn't go their way at times, they just kept battling and put themselves in a position to win. So that's what I'm most proud of, and that's what we're going to build off of.
You ever been part of a crowd like that here?
It was great, and I hope they come back. I hope they enjoyed watching Indiana football, and I think that's important. Not necessarily Michigan football, but they enjoyed watching Indiana football and our guys. So they want to come back and see our guys again, because we got some pretty good teams coming in here the rest of the year.
Coach, talk about the adjustments that your defense was making in the 4th quarter. You guys finally started to get some stops.
Well, yeah, and we tried what we had prepared. We didn't just sit in one defense, so we kept moving it around, and finally guys were getting off some blocks and making some stops, and that was huge. There's a couple of them, on 3rd down where we got them to 4th and 1, so because they're a tough team to stop. Anything else?
Can you talk about the big pass
at the end?
Yeah.
That's a great play. We had it well covered, and their kid went up and made a play, and Denard threw it where it had to be, and their kid went up. It wasn't. It was a jump ball play that their guy came down. And again, that's why they're, where they are. They did the same thing to Notre Dame. As I remember they took it down the field and scored at the end. But that's part of it. So that was just, the last play we remember. But there was a bunch of them in the game like that. Okay, thanks a lot.